Hi, everybody. Can you all hear me? Is everything turned on? Please say yes. We've had a little bit of computer glitches this morning, so I just want to make sure that we are on. Yes, we are. Okay. I'm Julie, and today I am here at the Prima headquarters to show you my planner that's coming out in November. And I'm going to show you guys. It's kind of funny because I just read a little post in the chat from Janelle that she has nothing to plan. And I thought that was funny because trust me, you do. You do. I want to show you guys how I use the planner, and it may be a lot different than everybody else or other people because we all have our own styles and our own way of doing things and our own needs. So I need my planner to be extremely functional. So what I want to show you first is even how I organize my planner stuff. I have this cute little desk thing that I just picked up at Home Goods for next to nothing, and I keep all my planner stuff at hand. Stickers, little post-it notes, I've got some washi stickers, I've got little tiny flower embellishments, some clips, some stenciling things that I'm going to show you later, some of my favorite pens, and my Prima glue stick for the planner, and anything that I would need basically to work on my planner so I'm not digging through things. So I'm going to put that over here, so hopefully I won't have to dig through things too much. I have my planner stamps also. Couldn't find one set of them. I went through a video with Frank not too long ago and showed everything really close up. So I'm not going to really get into all that today, but I will show you. This is calendar musts, and this is your basic stuff, appointment, very important, you know, all of that kind of stuff. This one is Crafty Fun, and it is craft day, craft show, swaps, all that kind of thing that would pertain to your crafts, which is kind of what I had in mind when I designed the planner. And this one is Holiday Bliss, which gives you stamps for birthdays, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, what have you. And each package, the other one is called Make Kindness Happen, and it just has a lot of little inspirational things that we kind of need to be reminded of every day. Each package does come with 2 of the girls that they're existing girls that have been shrunk down to, I think, 4 inches, which makes the perfect card size. So just so you know, I've already used these for some Christmas card classes that I have coming up. There is a new little stamp, and that's the little crafty girl that's on the front of the planner. And then I took one of the wooden dolls. Of course, that's the one I don't have. If you remember the wooden doll, she's kind of wearing the I Love Lucy pants and dress. I took her and made her into a stamp because I always liked her. And yes, there's Audrey, because I know Audrey is everybody's favorite. So that's it for the stamps, and know that they're just tiny enough for cute, fun things. They can go on snow globes, all kinds of things. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys, because I know we all have stuff laying around the craft room, I did make my own planner charm to kind of fit me. And this is one of those Tim Holtz pieces that I grabbed, and I just took some of Frank's hardware chain, hooked it all together, and I made a cute little tassel with the hardware chain, and I found all these fun little charms. There's, let me hold this up a little bit better. Things that I just really liked: a little enameled owl, some bunny, a very blingy bunny, a daisy, a lollipop. I had this glass heart bead. There's a little black cat. Just some fun little things that I just put into one of these cup beads and made a little tassel out of it. I did another more elaborate one. Oh, and I put one of the crown charms that is in a embellishment package from long ago, from the dolls that had all the little handbags and crowns and what have you. And I did another one that was a little more fancy because your mood changes. There's a very blingy crown. There's an Eiffel Tower. There's a little handbag. There is a cappuccino cup, an umbrella, a cupcake.
Tanya, you have a call line 1, Tanya, call line 1.
A little French cameo. This is sometimes I go to Forever 21 and buy their clearance jewelry crud and break it apart, and that's a rose that was on an earring. So just all kinds of fun things. Really, really simple to do to make your planner your own. And I just hook it into one of the loops, and when it's standing on my desk next to my little organizer, it all hangs down, and it's just kind of fun. Yeah, it kind of gets in the way sometimes. So with my planner, I'm going to tell you guys basically what I need a planner for and how I use it. I've always been a fan of planners. I've used them for, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but I do remember my first day planner that I received as a gift. It was red patent leather, and I used it every single day in my work life, in my creative life, and that's why when Prima asked if I wanted to do a planner, I thought, oh, I think people need these for their creative lives because we have a lot to organize. You girls are out there every single day. You're going to classes, you're going to craft shows, you're doing swaps with people. How do you keep track of all that? It's mind-boggling to me how you guys keep track of your swaps and your classes and your retreats and everything that you do, your ideas, your project ideas. So that's basically what I thought I would use a planner for, is that sort of thing, as well as my work. So when Carrie asked me to do this, I'm starting from fresh. I'm starting in January, and I didn't have the colors of anything to do for January, so I did February. I just didn't have, everything I had was pink. I had very little in anything else. And then I did do a little bit of the January spread, so I'll show you that too. The beginning of my planner, I know everybody's into dashboards, and I have to be honest with you, I didn't even know what a dashboard was. I had to look it up. I had to Google it. And it's a cool idea, but it's not how I wanted to start my planner, because I want my planner to start with my pencil pouch, because that's where I'm going to keep all my little pens and pencils and markers and things. And I don't want the bulk underneath my dashboard. That's just me. Everybody else has their own way. My planner does come with a pencil pouch, and it does come with these 3, they're clear with rings, little page markers, And I thought, how fun would it be to be able to decorate one in the beginning of my planner that would be a theme for every month. And I also, when I first got my planner, I did kind of an everyday one that was paper doll with one of my favorite quotes. It's a happy talent to know how to play. I thought that's a nice reminder to have. So this is for February. So I'm just going to go through. I have my little page marker. This is the little witch stamp without her hat and her broom. And she's dressed up in pinks, of course. I found some fun Valentine stickers that were old from Authentic Paper, and I put those down the side of the marker. Here's a little clip from Prima that I thought was cute. They also have these little bows with magnetic backs that I thought was kind of cute to place on there. And then my pencil pouch, which you can see directly behind, I put some paper in it as a background just so it would be pretty. I wanted pretty, and there are pencil pouches out there that are fabric and not clear, which are fine, nothing wrong with it, but I do want to see what I have. So that's the beginning of my planner. And then we have the front cover, which is all the little pockets and fun goodies. That's basically, I can't really see. I won't be using a ton of these for function. I think this is just a great place to be playful, have some inspirational quotes. I've got just a little card inside here that says "Hello, beautiful." That's from the Bellevue paper line that I did last year. This is from the other paper doll paper line, and it says one needs imagination to play. And I think that's just a great little quote to always have around. My card stamps that I did, I think there's 8 sets or something. Those all work wonderful for the planners. This one came out of the Valentine set, and it's just a little ticket that says Valentine Girl. I stuck that in there. I did some fun little washi tags just with the extra pieces of washi tape that I had laying around. Just super fun. Put a little Valentine Girl on this one, which are my stickers, which I showed last time. Let me get February that hasn't been used. These are the February girls. They're the same girl in all different sizes, and I dressed her in all different patterns and colors. And then on the back side are just some little icons and sentiments and what have you for the month of February. It's a good place to look through your stash of goodies. I had a whole bag of die cuts that are extra from classes and things that haven't been used, and I found this little strip of buttons, and I thought, how cute would that be in here? These are the Prima planner clips. They have several styles to choose from, and this package goes especially well with my planner, the colors. And that's what these are. This is an adorable, one of my favorite pieces in the whole world. It's a sticker from my Bellevue paper collection that I just mounted on black cardstock and cut around. I just love it. It makes me happy to look at. So that's what this is. It's just things that I like to look at that are pretty. So this is the actual dashboard, which of course you can do with what you want. haven't gotten to that part yet. February, we'll start with February, and I'll show you a little bit of what I've done in January later. The front page, this I have not completed, but I did. This comes totally black and white, and I colored all of this in with, and this is a little bit thicker cardstock. I used my watercolor pencils for her skin and her hair, and then I used, for the rest of it, the metallic accent pencils from Prima, which are just the yummiest metallic colors in the world. And I painted her dress, her shoes, her heart. The wings are the gold, and you can kind of see that sheen. The little string of hearts, I used all the different colors that I used on her. And then, if you guys recall, this is like my very first release. I did some border stamps, and I pulled them out. This one happened to have been one of my favorites, and I just did a border down the side of this page just to kind of start moving on this page, because I was kind of afraid. I thought, oh, what if I mess it up? And I kind of thought that at first with everything. I was really afraid to start. And then I just, one day, it's like, you got to dig in. So when you flip it over, you have a blank page. And then you have another blank page that says this month's vision board. So this is totally decorative. And I have, I don't know how many rolls of black and white, like Tim Holtz washi tapes, and pink and red washi tapes. So I decided to do a whole washi tape strip with all my fun little colors. This was the 4x6 card from my Belle V collection, and I cut it apart. It says, "Life reveals her beauty, one precious miracle at a time." And I opened it up. I found this wonderful little bag in my stash with hearts, so I glued that down, put in a little tag made of washi tapes, and found again in my little stash of dies. This was a Tim Holtz squiggly die that I use a lot in my classes. And this little bag, you could actually put notes or anything that you wanted to in it. I thought that the bag was kind of a cute addition. Here I have Audrey, which I see a piece of, you know, your rhinestones stick on that acetate, and it was stuck there. I colored most of Audrey in, and then I paper pieced her skirt, and she's there in all her glorious Valentine colors and black and white. Made her go off the page a little bit, so I snipped that to make it a little bit different. My vision board, I left a lot of this blank. These are Post-it notes from Prima. Some of them I backed with paper. This is paper, this is paper. And I left a lot of these blank just so I could, I don't know in February yet what my vision is going to be. I do know I have classes in Atlanta in March, so I know that I will need to be getting all the counts finalized, start my kit making. So I did write that on my Post-it note. Who knows what February will bring, but I've got openings. If you have work goals, you could certainly put work goals. If you have health goals, you know, go to the gym 3 times a week, you could do that. If you have art or craft goals, you could right, spend a half an hour every day making art. Whatever you see that you want to accomplish in that month is kind of what this board is for. I found these adorable little tickets that I had to use. They say kiss. An old Prima paperclip bird that just looked cute with some baker's twine on him. These stickers are from the package of dolls on the back of the February dolls. And then I did throw in some more authentique because that was a really cute paper line. So then we go to the month. And again, I don't know exactly what February is going to be since we just started November, but I kind of fudged February so I could see what it would look like. I did a smidge of decorating down the sides, not too much. My month sheets, instead of using stickers, which Prima did make stickers for your numbers, it covered up the green, so I wrote all mine in, and I have okay writing, so I was comfortable doing that. I stuck some of the stickers down. I did some stamping. People have asked me what kind of ink to use on this paper. Someone had mentioned in the Doll Club Facebook page that every ink they've used on their planner has bled through. Before we had these manufactured, I personally tested every piece of paper to make sure that things did not bleed through with markers and with ink. So just to let you know, I've used archival ink with this. Distressed ink will smudge a bit. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend alcohol markers because, of course, those will go through. But I've used all other types of gel pens and water-based markers, and they all work perfectly fine. One of the things that I thought I'd share with you, because I've done this for, again, I don't want to tell you how many years, with my planners, I color code what I need to do. And that kind of helps me to see, well, in the past, I'm an empty nester now, but it helped me to see that I was kind of balancing work, family, church, the things that I needed to balance in my life. So with this, what I need to balance now is mostly the different aspects of my work. So I've color coded anything in this blue is my church life. Anything in the pink, and I already know that every single morning I get up and I'm on my computer probably between 6:30 and 9 o'clock designing on my computer. So in hot pink, I put design at the very top. Then I know that I need to make samples of classes, or I need to make samples using new products for catalogs, for CHA, for shows. So I wrote that in green. So because it's important to me that I balance those two aspects out. It's also important, because I don't do it enough, to make fun art for myself. So I will jot that in with another color. I will jot in family time with another color. So I can see at a glance if things are looking pretty balanced, because I am pretty disciplined when it comes to my work. I don't do things on a whim. I pretty much schedule myself as if I was at a place of work instead of at home in my pajamas. On the side of the month page, I have goals. So these are things that I know, that I can jot down throughout the month, as well as the beginning. I know that I need to make samples for my April and May classes, so I wrote that. I know that I'm going to be completing a summer paper line, so I wrote that down. Those are just things that I already know now that will need to be done. And there's also a place for notes on the bottom, which I decorated. And I can write around all that stuff. So the back is my to-do list. So as I get closer, I can fill that in. Here's the weeks of, and I was just playing with some of my tools to see what I wanted to do here. So you have the week of, and I wrote all the numbers in. And then at the end of every month, there's a little saying in gold foil. So that was basically it for my February. And I pretty much completed most of it, except for what I need to, fill in during the month. Here is the beginning of January. Just want to show you that, where are they? Here's some stamps. You remember these were a Prima stamp, all the splats and circles and stains. I used some of those with a very light amount of ink. And there are some splats in here. And the girl I watercolored with the color confections with the pastels, and then I added some metallic accents just to accent the page a bit. I put some flat flowers on, and I found some fun little snowflakes. You know, when you're going down the sticker aisle and everything's 50% off, I picked up just some fun little sticker packs that I knew were flat enough. We do have, Prima has some flowers which worked perfectly with this color story, so I used some of those. And then this is January, the vision board. January for us in the craft world brings CHA, so this is actually a little crepe paper mason jar that I purchased, that I made a tag for and wrote CHA. It had joy written on it. And I decorated with my washi tapes. I had finally found some blue and teal ones that I used. Put my little girl stickers, put some rhinestones. Here's a Happy New Year sticker from my package. More snowflakes. Made some little, this is cloth tape that I cut into some banners. Post-it notes. I know that CHA is upon me at this point, so I know I need to make samples, displays, I need to pack. I also know that I need to get ready for my February classes, so that's my little reminder there on my vision board. Post-it notes, add a little washi tape just to make sure that it's pinned down well. This old Prima tassel that I found. I thought, why not? Left this pretty blank because not sure what's happening yet. So I will definitely be filling that in as we get closer. Another fun thing that I discovered on these pages was using a stencil with our little ink pads. So I kind of want to just show you, because this is something that you can easily write over. and it's not going to get in the way of the functionality of your planner. So for this, I'm using the turquoise stone ink pad, and I'm going very, very lightly. And I didn't want it to be just a clump of flowers. I wanted it to be very faded so I can write. I also thought that I would use a piece of punchinella, and we'll do a little bit of that here and just very lightly add some texture. Prima does the confetti dies, and I had cut out a bunch of hearts for a little shaker tag, and I thought I would save this for a rainy day. I'm trying to find something that's I want to practice. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I want to make sure it works before I do it in the planner. Oh, cute. So I'm going to take my ink pad and just do a little bit of the stenciling up there. It's very uneven, faded in and out, which I like a lot. And then I will continue to decorate it however I see fit. And while I'm here, we'll do this. I want to show you some of my favorite tools that I use. So I'm going to take, we spend hours and hours making tags. This is a Christmas paper, but I think it works well for January because it's snowy. And being here in Southern California, I may want to look at a snowy scene in January. And I have, I don't know why I pulled out her because I already used her, but not realizing I did that. I'm going to cut out these little pleats really quickly. And I'm going to show you some quick, fun little ways to make these all cute for your page. Your page markers, I guess is what we're going to call it. So this stamp was made for Halloween. It came with a die. And without her little hat and broom, she works perfect for winter time. So I cut out her dress, I die cutted it, and then I stamped her dress a second time to get these little pleats. And we're going to go ahead and glue these little pleats on. I can barely see. I did it on the wrong one. These glue stick pens are wonderful. Love them. So we're going to go ahead and glue her little dress on. And I pre-cut her. I have leggings for her that I forgot. I pre-cut her little boots, and right now I'm going to take a white pen. This is a Sharpie, water-based, and I'm coloring in the little socks here. And I'm going to cut the socks out of her shoes, out of her boots, because I like how the boots go over the socks, and it's just a really small detail that is important to me, that no one would ever notice but me. So I'm going to glue her little boots over the socks now. Her little white socks. This glue stick works really nice because it gives you a little bit of time to move things around. I stamped her leggings, or her legs, on another piece of paper with snowflakes. Let's see if I can get them under that dress before it dries. I do that often. I'll glue something down before I'm ready. And I know you guys do it too, because I always hear someone yelling out in a class that they forgot to glue something in that needed to be glued in first. I'm not going to take the time to edge the inks. I put the wrong tops on the wrong things. I'm just going to this stamp that came with the die has bolder lines, so it's not even really that necessary to edge them. I'm taking my white Sharpie that I just put the blue cap on, or the glue cap, and I think the glue stuck. I was going to whiten that up, but obviously I'm not doing that now. I just ruined it. Ruined a Sharpie. Okay. I already took some of the metallic because I wanted to see what it would look like on her dress. So I'm going to go over her dress with the teal one, just to give it a little bit of snowy sheen. And it's really pretty. Hard to see it on camera, but it's really quite pretty. And I'm going to show you a couple other of my favorite tools are the gel pens. Let me do this first. This is by Sakura. It's called the Glaze pen, and anyone that has taken classes with me knows that I use these a lot. You can color in their little shoes, and it makes it look like it's patent leather because it's kind of dimensional, and it dries shiny. So what I did here is I just did her lacings with the black. And they come in all different colors, and they're just really fun to use for little accents. You can make polka dots, you can color in bows and make buttons and all kinds of fun stuff with that. And then the other tool that I love the most is the Sakura, the Jelly Roll Metallics. And this one is called Stardust, and it just, I always use it for their hair because it makes little highlights. Can you see that? How pretty is that? And sometimes I'll edge a dress or add little top stitching or something that's really fun with that. Another one of my favorite things to use with the dolls is this product by Tonic. It's called Nuvo. And this is a glitter one, which is new for them. And always do a practice one. I use these in the solid colors for buttons. They don't make that little kissy peak, that little Hershey's Kiss peak. They go completely round and raised, and they just make a really nice little button. So that's the teal glitter one. So if I was going to do a little book page marker with her, I wouldn't pop dot anything up because everything has to be flat. I will add a snowflake or two because that's fun. I'll do some washi tape. This is just a glittered washi tape I found at Michael's. It was really hard for me to find teal and blue things because I wanted to do January in those colors, and I just had the most difficult time finding things.
I need everyone to log out of P3, please.
Sorry, you can hear all of Prima's business. So I'll trim this. And I already messed up my little dot. I should have never glued that on yet. And we'll do, I had a big snowflake die left over from a project last year. I made a snow queen that was absolutely adorable. So I'll go ahead and glue a little bit of a snowflake down. Another one of my favorite quotes. This came from my paper doll line. Happiness can be found with scissors and paper. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with that. So maybe we put that down here. And I'm going to destroy my little dots because I had to. And to make a doll fit in this little skinny sleeve, you got to make it go off the page a little bit. And then I just trim all that. For those of you that are here, I'm going to give you a little tip on some skin tone paper. The back of Frank's Christmas papers last year and this year typically had a lot of writing, a lot of text or crackly finishes in neutral tones. This paper is from this year, and it's the tiny green and white polka dot, and the back of that paper is this skin, and it worked beautifully. And I need to cut off the snowflake edge, and maybe I want to put another couple of little, I'm not sure if these will fit, they're a little thick, so we'll see. Maybe I'll put something in her hair. And then I would slip this in my little sleeve.
I need everyone to log out of Ustream, please.
And there I have my January. I need to trim it with a paper trimmer. So I need to trim about, we'll eyeball it. And for me, I've got to admit to y'all, planners are a lot of work, all the decorating, and I cannot honestly see myself keeping up with it. So I think getting a head start on January and February was definitely a good thing. I can tell you my months will probably be a little less decorative and more functional in the future. But on those lazy days when I feel like doing something just a little bit different, maybe I can just start decorating the fronts of some of the months well in advance just to get them done. So there you have just a really simple page marker. And I will, now that today is over, we'll start getting all of this into my blues and teals and snowflakes and, gosh, I'm so backwards. And get it all ready for January, and you can see how pretty that will be once I get into it. The other thing that is a must for planning that I use are the Kaisercraft gel pens. One side is metallics and one side is plain, but they work really well for they're very fine tips, so they work really well for your writing. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. After working on my planner and having it in my hot little hands, I discovered all the things that I thought were missing for me to function with a planner. So I will have a lot of things coming out in stores probably February. I have 6 large size envelopes that will have, they're patterned, and then I have pockets that are patterned that you can glue onto those envelopes, labels for the envelopes, labels for the pockets. They're very, very, very cute. I have more divider pages because in the back of my planner, and for you crafty people, there will be 6 pattern dividers that you can divide up into classes, notes, projects, swaps, whatever you want in your crafty life. what else? I felt like sports, I kind of missed out on the sports thing. So believe it or not, I have a package of sports stickers coming out, which I never in a million years thought I would do. But I know a lot of you moms are working around practices and games. So there's that. A couple of the dolls are dressed. I can't remember, football, soccer. And then I have Post-it notes, I think. And then even more stuff coming out as a mid-release. So as I do my planner, I find things that I'm missing. I had an appointment for a massage and discovered that I was missing one of the most important stickers ever, and that's, you know, hair, nails, all of that. So there's some spa stickers coming out later. Here's some more stuff that I'm just finding. Your little tags, you can tuck them in the pockets that you make and that you love and you don't want to give up and you don't know what else to do with. And I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to head over here if anyone has questions, because the computer is kind of away from me. Does Julie have a paper collection coming out to go with the planner? No, but I am really in tune to things that you need for your planner. So in any paper collections, there will be some added stickers and what have you that pertain to a planner. You know, have a lovely day, or, you know, whatever. You know what I mean. So I will try and do that. The washi tape is coming out, Sharon. They didn't have any here today, but the washi tape will be coming out in November. And I can't even remember what it looks like, but it's just all kinds of stuff. And I think that's about it. I don't see any more. The coloring book is going to be available at CHA, so that should be in stores February. They had to wait on, it's a very, very good quality paper that comes from Holland, and they were back ordered, the manufacturer, and it's worth the wait. The coloring book,
you can log back into Petrie now.
The coloring book is wonderful to work with. I've had a lot of fun with it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.